Well, good afternoon, everybody. We are here. I've got two of my three normal cohorts here with us. I've got Julie and David. Amy said she wasn't feeling well, so I told her that rest is a lot more important than, you know, working on a block. So she can get her block done on her time. But we are going to be working on the October block of the Kona block of the month, which is half-square triangles. What a surprise!
Woohoo!
You like I do like this color coordination, this one.
I do.
It is a lot of gorgeous colors. I have
Mhm.
my block already laid out, so as a preview.
All right.
Uh, oops, and I just lost a piece that just went flying. There it is. Problems with, using our stuff. And I just realized I hadn't turned on my machine yet today.
That's the first.
Come
I've
on.
been pressing. I have been doing a metric ton of pressing today from one of the patterns that I started at the quilting retreat, cruise retreat thingy. And yeah, there's what is it? 30 times 4, 120. Um, square and squares that I'm working on, plus yet
Oh,
another
wow.
30 that were the centers. So that's 150 square and squares that I am working on pressing. I've got the center ones all complete, but I have the corner units that are left to be worked on. So I've got the two sides done, so I'm working on pressing them, and then so I'm working on pressing these, and then I
Oh, I
got to
love
get
those colors.
other two corners. Yeah, they're gorgeous colors.
Oh,
All of the fabric in that pattern is snowflake fabric, so
oh, okay.
it's really cool. The end block for that, not that, we're getting sidetracked, is this block.
Oh,
Oh,
So
fun.
as you see, it's just a bunch of. I find it funny that it's called Arctic Elegance. It's made with snowflake, and the entire pattern is snowballing. So,
that's
Ironic.
amazing.
lots of snow with that.
Now, Russ, I know you bought that as a kit. Can you buy the individual pattern?
You can buy the individual pattern. I believe I saw it on Stitch in Heaven's website.
Okay.
It may be direct from Heidi's website, which is the Whimsical Workshop.
Oh, okay.
So you may be able to get it directly from her.
Mm-hmm.
But it's called Arctic Elegance, and it was pretty cool. But
Yes.
we are working on Kona Block of the Month.
Yes.
We got to kind of stay focused. Uh, Before I
But
go
do we?
crazy, let's check to see who is in the chat. We have Candace, who is firsties, who says, "Hi,
Oh.
Russ, Julie, and David." She also said, "Hi, everyone," before that. We have Stacy, who says, "Hello, Russ, Julie, and David." And we have Cheryl in here as well, who uh, said nice, I'm assuming, to the block that I just shown, which is absolutely nothing to do with what we're working on today. I mean, it's
But
what I'm going
that's
to be working
okay.
on after this, but
Mhm.
so I'm just going to grab my pieces from my unit because we are putting this together in quadrants. And since I already have the layout, I want to make sure that I keep the order in the way it is. That way I don't lose it. And I'm just going to work on one quadrant at a time.
Yes.
And I'm trying to remember how I planned on doing this. I think I planned on doing it like this. So, Julie, David, has anything exciting happened since we last chit-chatted about a month ago?
Yes. I'll go first. Everyone look behind me at my design wall.
I see a Christmas star block.
Yes, that is a block of the month that I'm doing with Fat Quarter Shop and loving the colors. And then right next to that, that kind of calm colors is boom, Tula Pink. And that is my dragon fruit. And I have two of the panels done. So I only have to connect the other two and borders. So
Awesome.
this
That
is a
was
labor of love. But thank you so much to Stephanie and to Russ for helping me learn paper piecing because now I'm addicted big
Oh,
time.
Russ is a pro at it.
Yes, he is. I tell you, I don't know what I'd have done because I had tried it years ago and I was very frustrated. So I never tried it again. And then I take on a big project like this. Wow.
yeah, you went from I'm kind of terrified to I'm doing one of the largest paper piece projects out there that is still within, beginner skill level.
And then I purchased solar flare. And then thank you, Russ. And then I purchased the butterfly. Thank you, Russ. So
We enable everybody.
yes, and I love it. It's all in good fun.
Let's see. Candace was like squirrel, which is very much what happens when we are working on a lot of stuff.
Mhm.
Yes.
Cheryl said yes. She was referencing the other block. Patricia's in here, says hi, everyone. And
Hey.
Tracy says hi, Russ, Julie, and David. And Candace says it's beautiful, Julie.
Oh, thank you so much, Candace. Now I want to tackle. I would like to start learning the small piecing and cutting of the Art East quilts that y'all are doing. I'm ready to tackle one of those.
Did you order any of the kits, or have you um, thought about ordering one of the kits?
I have
I know
thought.
that during Stephen's retreat yesterday, our friend Stephen of the Idiot Quilter, he hosted a virtual retreat. John gave us a coupon code if we wanted to purchase some stuff. I can't share that coupon code because it's outside of the retreat. But did you order anything?
I have not. Um, I have a whole box of patterns that I had ordered from him last year, and I'm not sure if I want to go ahead and start on that. I would really kind of like to do the star. What is the name of that
Second
one?
star to the right,
Yes. And I like both colorways, but the blue has really attracted me.
the dusk one.
Dusk, yes.
Yep.
Because I have so much bright fabrics.
Yeah.
I like to do something maybe a little calming.
So if you're terrified of the small pieces,
Uh-huh.
he's got a free pattern,
Yes, the whale.
the whale.
Yes. I need to go ahead and get that done. That way I won't be as afraid.
And our friend Stephanie of Quilting with Stephanie Stitches,
Mm-hmm.
she's got a tutorial live that she did, I think last year. It may even
Okay.
be 2 years ago now. So
Mm-hmm.
there's a little bit of instruction if you are concerned to make sure you want to get it done correctly.
Mm-hmm. I'll tell you what my biggest is the cutting. I know you need to be very accurate. Starching, I'm a big starcher, so that's not a
Yep.
problem. But the cutting, I'm leery of making sure I get it accurate.
You want to know a trick with cutting?
I would because I don't.
Cut twice. And when I say that, I
Twice.
mean make your pieces just a little bit bigger than they need to be and trim them down to the exact size for the triangles. So if you
Okay.
are making I'm going to say 2.5 inch finish or a 2.5 inch unfinished triangle, make it 2 3/4 unfinished and then trim it down. And then
Okay.
like I haven't gone through any of his patterns yet, so I don't know what his method is. If he tells you to, cut the and 7/8 weird idea.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but if you just cut some of the pieces just a little bit bigger than you need, if you're concerned about your 1/4 inch,
Yes.
then you will be able to trim things down because he said that he puts in each of his patterns what your unit size is supposed to be. So if you make things just a little, I don't know how much extra fabric we get if we buy a kit,
Right.
but if
I
you are
imagine
sourcing
probably
your
the
own
same thing.
fabric,
Hmm.
then you can easily just, cut a
Yeah.
little bit bigger.
Yeah.
So that's probably what I would end up suggesting if you are concerned, because most of us are okay and solid when it comes to squares and rectangles attached
Right.
to squares and rectangles.
Okay.
It's just when we have to make our half square triangles, if there's any leeway we need to have, we get a little concerned.
Right.
So
See, you encourage
make
me
them a little
like
bigger.
just like the paper piecing. So I do because like I've seen Candace's work, yours, Stephanie's, and Sue's, that flying tiger.
Oh, yeah, that one
I
is good.
wish he would bring that back to print. That is so cute. But
Well, Adam has some in his shop because
mm-hmm.
he's now um he's in cahoots with Art East. So
Yes.
if push comes, you might be able to just order it from Adam's shop and have
Right.
it shipped from the UK, whatever shenanigans that costs.
Yeah.
But it's easier to ship from the UK.
It's easier to ship from the UK?
Mhm.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Tracy says that she ordered 4 patterns from John this morning.
Yay.
And Katie from Greenland Quilter says, "Hiya, Russ. Oh, wait, that's just LTNS. Long time no see. How you been,
Oh.
Katie?"
Hi, Katie.
Oh, here we are.
Okay, that's fixed now. Yay. Just the little things in life.
David may be a little ahead, and then he discovered that he's got problems.
No, they're both fixed now, so there's never been any proof of any problems.
Except for the picture that you sent me.
Well, that's confidential, proprietary information.
Oh, wait, there was that one video you actually shared it on.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised.
Tracy says the flying tiger is still there. She ordered it. It's just under a different section.
Oh, okay, great. Thanks, Tracy. Well, I'll be
John
placing
did say
more.
that there is a retiring section.
Yes. Okay. That's right. He did.
So it may be under retiring.
I'll be shopping when we finish our live. Thank you.
So
I've been
these are
ahead.
the units that we are making,
Mm-hmm.
and we are making 4 of these units. I just don't know how I'm going to press them yet until I get my next unit done.
I had a couple more half square triangles to make, and then I'll be setting it together. I have been pressing, I really lowered my stitch length to a 1.6, and I have been pressing all of my seams open. I seem to get them to match better. I don't
That's
know.
awesome.
I don't know if that's a good idea. And then, of course, every seam gets my acorn.
Acorn, yes.
I love that stuff. In fact, I ordered a whole gallon, and then I was afraid that it would become unavailable, or something would happen. And so I ordered another gallon. Got enough probably for the next 10 years.
Well, it's with the way things are hard to get by right now. Safe, better be safe than sorry.
Right. That's what I was worried about. When I find something that I really like, uh, I always used Stay Flow. It's been around for 100 years. And that's starch, by the way, liquid starch. And then they went out, or quit making it, I should say, and you can't get it anymore. And I've tried several different brands, and they're okay, but they're not Stay Flow.
Ingrid is here, says hi, Russ and everyone.
Hey, Ingrid.
Katie says she's always hanging in there. Good morning, Donnell from Donnell Stitchery.
Hi.
Um, Charlotte said she did the whale along, or the whale sew along with Stephanie, and she used some fabric that she won from my 500 sub celebration. That's
Oh,
pretty awesome.
that's great.
From
Yeah,
yours,
Tracy says it's under the last chance patterns.
Okay, thank you so much, Tracy.
So I may have to actually go in there and do a little bit of shopping myself.
Hmm. Now, Charlotte, you did the whale with Miss Stephanie. Did you like the pattern? Did it encourage you to keep trying some more of his patterns? I'd like to know that.
Ingrid was looking at the tiger as well.
Uh-oh.
Everyone seems to be looking at the tiger. I just have a feeling that I would do a bad pun joke about, you know, it's the eye of the tiger, it's the thrill of the fight, rising
well,
up
but
to the
you've
challenge
got
of
to do that.
I think those flying tigers would be absolutely adorable in Tula Pink.
Yes.
I
Well,
That just goes along with her line.
has everybody ordered the new Tula Pink?
Uh,
No.
yes. In fact, my fat quarter bundle is arriving Tuesday, last I checked.
Oh,
Where'd you end
good.
I
up
don't
finding that,
know.
Russ?
I don't know when my kits are gonna arrive, but I ended up ordering it from Fat Quarter Shop.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I have not ordered any of it yet. It's still kind of a little bit scary for me to work with, but Adam of Adam Sews has plenty in stock. He showed a picture of his
I
shelf and it was beautiful.
I saw that both of my local might all three of my local ones might actually have the fabric in stock. Because
Oh.
I've seen posts from two of them,
Mm-hmm.
but the third one doesn't do a lot on social media,
Oh,
See,
which I need to yell at her about.
maybe talk to her.
Yell, talk, same
Talk
difference.
loud.
Yeah, talk loudly, lovingly. That's what
there
it
you
is.
go.
Yeah, I like that. I felt that the pictures um, don't do that fabric line justice until I saw it on Adam's shelf and he showed a picture yesterday on
Uh-huh.
Stephen's retreat. That fabric is gorgeous.
Well, Adam has some really good cameras.
Mm-hmm. And I felt like it really showed that fabric off.
Mhm. And over there they have a lot better fabric choices than we do.
Oh, okay.
Michelle the quilter says hi, Russ, Julie, David. Hi,
Hello.
Donnell, Katie, Nico, Tracy, and all friends in chat. Katie is asking what tiger. It's the jumping tiger, flying tigers from Art East Quilt Company.
Yes.
Charlotte answered, to be honest, it is a lot of cutting, but
Okay.
John's instructions made it easier than expected.
Okay, great. Thank you, Charlotte.
So that's basically what we keep hearing with John's patterns is his instructions make it very, very easy. I haven't done one of his patterns yet. I've purchased many of his patterns,
Yes, we got to support them.
but I haven't had a chance to actually start one of them yet. And starting is the problem. Okay, finishing is also a problem, but starting is the first problem. And
How many
I'm
how many Saturday samplers do you have unfinished?
we're not going to discuss that. We are not discussing that. But the whole like once I can get it starting, then it's good. Uh, Katie is asking, what's Art East Quilting Company? Art East Quilting is a Canadian shop. He writes his own patterns. They do some wonderful stuff. If you just do a Google search for Art East Quilting Co., then you will find it. He's out of Nova Scotia, and also Adam Sews out of Great Britain is distributor, and I've seen some of his patterns in some of the local quilt shops as well. So they're being sold through other means as well.
Russ,
But
what?
they're very intricate patterns. I would almost liken them to similar to like how Elizabeth Hartman patterns are very intricate in the way that everything is put together.
Mhm. Um, if it's okay, Russ, this is the one that I want to start with. If it's okay if I show it.
Oh, you could
Or
absolutely show
Okay.
off John's stuff.
This is. Can you see it?
Gone fishing. Let me
Gone.
spotlight
oh,
you real
Okay.
quick.
So
okay, that's cute.
is that not adorable?
He
I
has a
want to.
version of he made a version of this in Tula pink fabric, the
Mm-hmm.
Tabby Road or Tabby Lane
Mm-hmm.
fabric he made it out of.
We had so much fabric left from our dragon fruit. What do you
You
think?
might be able to do that.
Yes. And I have boo koodles of Tula, so that would be adorable. But that's the one I want to start with. Now I have a whole wad right here. I won't share all of them, but I believe in supporting our small businesses, whether I ever do them or not.
Donnell says she absolutely loves Art East, absolutely gorgeous patterns. And Adam Sows will be her guest next Saturday on her channel at 10 a.m.
Oh, great. Oh, no, that's awesome. Oh, good.
And Charlotte also, she do suggest not cutting larger than trimming. Just be careful with your quarter. So I think she means she doesn't suggest cutting larger than trimming.
And then trimming down. Okay.
Yeah, she suggests not doing that. Just be careful with your quarter-inch seams.
Okay. I
So
think I'll start with the
maybe
whale.
making your half square triangles, you can cut a little bit larger than trim,
Mhm.
but your units, just be very careful with your piecing, it sounds like.
Right. I think I will start with the whale because you can make lots of mistakes and whatever,
Yep.
fix it, and then go from there. Because I absolutely just love his patterns. They're just so cute. They're so full of life.
And the whale is a perfect size that you can turn that into a pillow or
Hmm.
Mhm.
something else. You don't have to make it into a big giant quilt.
No.
Now, isn't Art East the Peter Pan one?
Yes,
Okay.
he's the one that is doing a so long that starts in April called Second Star to the Right, which is Peter Pan based. And Julie said she has ordered it. I have ordered it. Stephanie, our friend Stephanie, has ordered it as well. Seam ripper time.
I
I'm
already
not the
did
only
that.
one.
I just didn't I didn't announce it, but I already used the ripper.
So there's a lot of us out here that are doing it, and we're just so excited for it.
And that one's April.
It starts in April, yes. I will be joining Stephanie on her channel for that sew along
Oh, okay.
because she will be joining me on my channel for the Secret Garden sampler. So we're both going to be hosting a sew along on our channels at the same time.
I'll chime in and say hi and stuff. Keep working on mine. But as far as joining, I'm not sure if I need to tackle that. I need to finish some of this stuff first.
Yeah, I'm a little terrified, but you
Mm-hmm.
know, I will get it done. I also have the Alice in Wonderland um, kit in Tula, and I am joining in on the So Place Like Home So Along that Adam is hosting starting in January. So I will in
That's a lot.
January. I will have a preview of how it's going to go in January. But Adams, I think, is doing it every week.
Ooh,
Oh,
And
wow.
I don't know if I have the time and energy to
that's a
do
lot
it
of
every week.
bandwidth.
It is a lot of bandwidth. I don't know how he's going to do it every week, but
That's why I'll probably join in, but I probably won't be live with y'all. That's a lot.
well, the good thing about Art East's community is uh, it's there forever. So
Right.
if you want to sew with Adam, but you can't join live with him,
Mm-hmm.
you can just pop on the replay a day, a week, a month, or even a year later
Right.
and still get the same tips and tricks from him.
What really got me thinking I got to do these patterns was when Candace showed her Winnie the Pooh, I think it was. And I thought, oh my
A hundred
gosh.
acre wood. Yeah, that was
Yes.
another one of his
Yes.
sew along.
When she shared that, I thought, okay, I got to get on board. This is amazing.
Did I just completely ripped through my fabric.
Oh no.
I think. Yep, that's a giant hole.
Good thing it's right at the seam.
Uh, yeah, that's my question is can I hide it in the seam? It was me trying to rush the seam ripping
Mhm.
and I went a little too fast. So now I have to debate do I make another half square triangle
Well,
or
can
do I try to catch that in the seam?
if it's not too bad, catch it in the seam. It'll be all right.
But it's right at the seam. Like it's where my seam stitches should be.
Oh.
Uh, I'll come back to this quadrant is going to go into timeout for a little bit. Cynthia says, hi, everyone. Really enjoyed the retreat yesterday, and she's watching the Jets football team lose again.
Oh no.
And Tracy says she ordered Team Dusk when it comes to the Peter Pan. So I can start to the right. I got to remember to call it the proper name, not the nickname.
That's going to be a big sew along.
I thought it was really cool when we got the tour of John's office to be able to
Mm.
see the finished quilt.
Yes.
Okay. You're
And
going into timeout.
where he lives, the inspiration is just unlimited.
Yeah. My sister, her husband has family in Nova Scotia near Sydney.
Oh wow. Okay.
So when he did his first slide during the retreat, I did a quick screen grab of it and sent it to her. And I was like, anything look familiar? And she goes, I spy this, I spy this, I spy this.
Ah,
Because she's been up that way a handful of times.
that's great. I can imagine just how beautiful that is.
Yay, I cut these ones right.
Well, that makes one of us. Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. I ripped it wrong, not cut it wrong. The big thing is if I have to cut a new piece, that means I got to cut another piece of background because I don't have any spare background pieces.
Mhm.
It's not a big deal. It just means by the end of this live, I will not be finished because I have to go all the way back there to cut the background. And
Oh,
that's a lot of movement. Ingrid says she signed up for the 100 Acre Woods sew along, got all the fabric, but hasn't started yet. She's happy to hear it will be all available to watch a year from now.
hey, Ingrid, that's great. It doesn't matter. You'll get to it when you have time.
Exactly. I've seen Ingrid has quite a few projects going along at the same time too, so
Mm-hmm. Ingrid, if you'll notice behind me on my design wall, I'm finally putting the panels together of the dragon fruit. I was a bit behind, but it's coming together.
we all got a bit behind.
Mm-hmm. Well,
I
life
just
happens.
I just spent a whole lot of behind time getting caught up.
Mm-hmm. Well, I look at it this way. Life happens, you know. Stephanie had family things. We had
Yep.
farm things, you know, everybody has things that happen, but I just enjoyed all the fellowship that we had. That was fun.
That's the
Yep.
key word right there.
Mm-hmm. You know, whether we get it done or not, just being together and with like-minded people is the best. And I really like the table runner that you finished, Russ. Oh my gosh, that's gorgeous. And
Oh,
I
the glow and
wanted to,
behold one?
pardon?
Glow and behold?
Yes.
Yes, that was a fun table runner.
I wanted to join in with you and Stephanie, but I cannot add anything else. I've got to get some of this done.
That one was from Fort Worth Fabric Studio. And
Mm-hmm.
what's awesome about their stuff is, you can buy the pattern separately and not buy the kit and source your own fabrics if you wanted to
Right.
by just buying the pattern. It's a little bit more difficult from the mystery side to source your fabrics without knowing what's going to happen.
Right.
But now that the pattern is complete, it makes it a lot easier for you to say, okay, we're doing this block and this block and this block. I want to make it with these fabrics.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes it easier for you to know what's going on. I've not done any other patterns except as kits, but I have seen in their Facebook groups a lot of, especially during the mystery, a lot of people using their own fabrics and coming up with some really awesome stuff.
That's great. I'm not that gutsy.
I haven't been that gutsy with their stuff.
Mm-mm.
Like I said, I've done a handful of mysteries where I've picked my own stuff and have not been thrilled with the results.
Mm-hmm.
So, in my opinion, for me, mysteries need to be very much a um, kit purchase because otherwise,
Right.
I'm a little concerned. Ingrid says that she sees your dragon fruit and she's still working on getting caught up. And yes, the
Great.
fellowship is the best part.
Yep.
And Charlotte says she has to trim and bind her glow and behold. She worked on that during Stephen's retreat yesterday, the quilting of it.
Well, it's beautiful.
Well, Ingrid is ahead of me because mine is still behind me in the bag.
Ouch. Your what is behind you in a bag?
Dragon fruit.
You actually purchased dragon fruit too?
Nice, I'm assuming to the. Yeah, I think so. Oh no, that's bubbleberry.
You don't even know your quilts.
Hell no, I don't. I just buy them. And then eventually I'll send them off to other people. That was a great look, Russ, by the way.
Which one that I was confused about you not knowing your
Uh-huh.
quotes?
You're
Yep.
like, since when did you buy that?
Yeah, I know how much you love foundation paper piecing. That's why I was wondering.
Yeah, no. I never even did the mug ropes, but I bought all the crap for it. I think you were the last person to use all my stuff for it too.
Okay, so that's the way I want to press these. Okay. And I have one more corner to do before I figure out what I'm doing with my timeout one. The good thing about the Kona block of the month is they give us plenty of extra fabric of the Kona colors for when we do make mistakes.
Right.
Mhm.
I am I mean I'm amazed at how fast it's gone, but the piano keyboarder, I've never done one. I told you all that last month, and I'm a little bit nervous about making sure it's straight. So I wanted to ask
So
you, what do you think about cutting and doing it on cutting my paper, 5 inches, and sewing it on paper to make sure I don't stretch it and keep it straight. Does that work?
you can kind of do that. I saw something interesting yesterday,
Okay. Share,
and I
please.
haven't figured out the math on this yet. So we're not doing anything until I figure out math.
Okay.
We were
But
too
somebody,
tired to try and figure that out last night.
oh, that was horrible last night. I saw on a site somebody made half square triangles for the border instead of a piano keyboarder.
Oh.
But I have zero idea of the size of half square triangle because I haven't been able to figure out the math because I know how wide it's supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
So either they made a slightly wider inner border or they're using a really odd size half square triangle, which, you know, I'm okay with an odd size half square triangle. I have triangulations. I can make any size half square triangle I want.
Right.
But yeah, so I was like, I wonder what effort this is, but I haven't been able to sit down and do the math to figure out what size half square triangle I need because I've already cut the border strips.
Oh, okay.
So, or the inner border strips. So I'm not going to go in there and um just say, "Hey, I need another um or I want to cut more inner borders because that's a waste of fabric at that point.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to do the maths that says, hey, what are the sizes? How am I going to make sure that this is done correctly? And that if I choose to do it with half square triangles, if not, piano key is going to be the easy way. And I don't know if there's any easy way to keep piano keyboarders straight like that. You just have to be very careful. One thing I have seen from places like Missouri Star is to take two of your squares, put them on top, don't cut them, put them on top of each other, sew your 1/4 inch, and then trim them down to the 4.5 inches at that point.
Oh, and make two at a time.
Make two at a time.
That's what
Oh,
they did. Well, no, they didn't. I added that one. Never mind. But in some of our videos, that's the easiest way I've noticed to do it.
Yeah. So we could do it that way too.
huh.
Instead of, because the pattern says cut them in half. But as you know, that's a little bit of extra effort is cut them in half, then line them up and then do that. Whereas you can just um, put two together. They're going to be scrappy anyway. Nobody's going to know that they're not going to be looking hard enough to always say in the two times that these colors show up that they're next to each other. Nobody's going to pay
Mhm,
that much attention. And
mhm.
if they do, they need to be slapped in the face with a trout.
That's right. No, no quilt, please. Hmm. That's a good
And
idea. So you take two squares and sew them and then cut them in half and mix two at a time.
yep,
That's a good
you got
idea.
to make sure you sew just two sides of it
Right,
and then cut it in half.
right. And then cut it in half, you would have less likely of it bending.
Yes, because you've made two at that same time.
Right. Hey.
And the other important thing that we're going to have to remember, however we decide to do those piano keyboarders, is make sure you backstitch at the start and end of your seams as we're doing the piano keys,
Okay.
because those are now your borders.
Right.
And you don't want your border seams to start coming
Not
apart.
coming apart. Right. And then when we get it done, now I have gotten in the habit because I do a lot of scrappy stuff, but all quilts, I put a running stitch around the edge when I finish.
Ah, your victory lap.
Yes, because it seems like so that when I put it on, I don't have a long arm. I don't even know what you call it. Kind of like a little. I have a Juki mounted on a great wooden grace frame that I purchased probably at least 15 years ago.
Yep.
And it works great for what I need. You can kind of half see it right there.
Uh-huh.
And and it works for what I do because I don't do show quilts. And I want my quilts to be used and
Right.
abused. And I donate a lot. I give a lot of my quilts to charity, different like
But doing the back stitch on your outer seam, anything that you know is going to be your outer seam,
uh-huh.
keeps it in place for when you do your victory lap.
Right.
So, um, because you're going to be handling, especially the piano keyboarder, you're going to be handling a lot of pieces.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to make sure that your victory lap goes as well as it can.
Well, and that's where I think the double sew one will be a lot easier too.
Yeah.
I forgot about that method.
I did until just now, so don't feel bad. So I think today, in between me trying to press all of these 7,000 square and square units, I'm going to pull out my Excel spreadsheet and try to figure out how big of a half square triangle we need to make in order to fit into there.
More power to you. Math is not my strong point.
Again, spreadsheets.
Honey, I don't even I'm good at using my iPad. I wouldn't even know how to begin to use a spreadsheet. I'm from a generation that I remember when the computers just started coming out and they were big and green. The screen was green.
Uh-huh.
It was weird. That was
When
not something I wanted to learn.
when I was in the airport trying to get down to Florida for the cruise, a couple or one family, specifically one guy in the family, and I bonded over spreadsheets because I had my t-shirt on that says I'm already making a spreadsheet about this.
Oh
And he
gosh,
he
Russ.
showed his spreadsheet that he made for his cruise itinerary to make sure that everybody got to see what they wanted to see.
Oh my.
It's a bit much.
Wow. Oh, when you were telling us about
Somehow I did it again.
oh no.
It's fine.
You need to just put that block down and
I haven't ripped a hole in this fabric, but something is upside down somehow.
oh no.
I don't know how I did that one, but I am going to be very slow and meticulous in this seam rip instead of trying to rip it through.
Yeah, gonna run out of fabric. You put a hole in it.
I mean, when I have to make my spare half square triangle in a minute, it does make two. So hypothetically, if I did rip something, I haven't, but I don't want to rip another hole
Right.
because if I have to do that, that means I have to rip a whole another row off.
Mm. When you were telling us about your adventure to the airport to get started on your cruise and all that kind of stuff, and I had anxiety listening to you.
Oh,
I'm like, oh
I
my gosh, you're gonna be late. Oh no.
well, at first I wasn't totally concerned because I did the right thing. I traveled the day before. That's what you're supposed to do.
Right.
And, you know, Delta is based out of Atlanta. I'm like, you should be able to find somebody easily. But, like, I don't know if they decided to start looking for a pilot closer to takeoff time or whether they had been searching all freaking day and it took them, 8 or 10 hours to find a pilot. I'm
Mm.
sorry, co-pilot.
Right.
But yeah, it was one of those um just we were getting concerned that they were going to cancel the flight.
Mhm.
I sewed this on the wrong side too. How in the world did I don't know. I'm not even going to ask. I've got gunk in my head, so I'm just calling it a brain fog because I picked up something. I'm assuming I picked it up on the way home. And then now Stephanie has we're assuming the same thing. And
Uh-oh.
I've taken the tests. It is not the vid. So like I've taken 3 tests because I was like, is it, is it, is it? And I can still smell things and taste things. So and the tests are saying negative. So I'm like 99% certain it's not the vid.
That's
But yeah,
good.
it's Steven says it's cruise cough, which is basically any respiratory cough. So basically a cold, possibly flu.
Mhm.
Um, but you know, I had the plague shot, I had the flu shot. So, and I know they don't cover 100%. So it could be one of
Helps.
the strands that it doesn't cover. But as I made a comment, I can go swing low, sweet
If
chat.
you will.
I can do the bass right now.
Hmm.
Okay. Now, Russell, lay this out correctly.
And check it twice before you sew it back together.
Okay, so this goes this way.
So mom calls me yesterday, Russ, and she's like, what are you doing in April? I'm like, that's April. Hell if I know.
You mean for your 60th birthday?
No, no, we're not there yet.
David's birthday is in April. I know he's not turning 60.
Yeah,
But
no.
if I was able to send my younger sister a happy 50-ish birthday card, then I can say David's turning 60. Yeah, that's it. So she asked what you're doing in April.
Yeah, because she signed me up for a retreat.
Oh,
Let
what
me
an awesome
guess.
mom.
It's going to be in Vegas.
Hmm.
With
So
What shops do you know of in Vegas?
with the boys.
so yeah.
You will have to let us know how that is.
Yes.
I guess this year's theme is Mexico.
Oh, I hope it goes well.
You are going to have to let me know how their machines work compared to the one that we had on the cruise. And I'm not blaming the machine. There's a lot that I can blame on the setup, but the cruise did not turn me into a Bernina fan.
They're jukey.
Oh, they're Jukies? Okay.
Awesome. I love
Well, we already know we're Juki fans because Jukies make some pretty good machines.
Yes, they do. Well, that one behind me is every bit of 15 years old, and it's done a lot of quilts. And then I've got another one here. I think I have two of them, two or three. I can't remember. I love the Jukies. Easy machines.
The Berninas, I think their biggest problem was they were on unstable tables.
Mm-hmm.
And because the tables were unstable, I couldn't go any faster than like a crawl in order to keep things from shaking. And their little quilting table that was on it was just, it was constantly pulling out, which meant my blocks weren't coming out straight. I had to do so much seam ripping while I was there.
Well, Stephanie would have never made it. If she
Oh,
sews pedal to the metal, she'd have had her sewing machine jumping off the table.
she told me that one of the previous retreats she did was with Ingrid, and Ingrid saw how miserable she was trying to be slow, and she goes, "Just put pedal to the metal."
Yeah.
And I mean, there was two machines on the table at that time, so there was a little bit more weight, but yeah, I'm sure it was still jumpy.
You kind of think that Stitch in Heaven, they do so many of those cruises, would step up and say, we got to do something about these tables.
Well, I I personally imagine the tables came from the cruise line.
Well, yeah, they're just banquet tables.
So they
Oh,
were just whatever tables they can get. And you're going to get as cheap as you can if it's a table that's not going to be used very often.
right.
Well, and it's also about the weight aspect too.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's on a ship. Ingrid says she agrees the cruise that she went on did not convince her that a Bernina was good.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Berninas are garbage in general. I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of hate for that one, but
Well, that's your opinion. You're entitled to it. That's the way I look at it. I have never sewn on a Bernina. I don't own one. Um, but they just never have appealed to me. I love Janome and I love Jikis. They're user friendly for me.
And
I
I'm
don't
all brother.
now I've never used a brother, so I can't tell you. I don't know, but I've always heard good things about the brother.
The new CX1 is supposed to be better than the 3050 Russ and the 3100.
So good news. I remembered that I had cut for, November and December's blocks. So I can make my half square triangle now.
For October?
Yeah, the one that I ripped,
Uh-huh.
I can make my replacement right now because
Oh, is a
I
background that you ripped?
no, it's the foreground that I ripped, but I'm not going to try to doctor a half square triangle from an already cut half square triangle.
True.
So I can just use because I was apparently smart and cut an extra triangulations page or printed an extra triangulations page. It's like I almost planned for this mistake to happen.
Mm-hmm.
We never
My
make
husband said,
mistakes.
"That's your lie. You tell it like you want."
Mm-hmm.
I still need to cut an extra square out, but that's for future Russ to worry about. Ingrid says that she and Stephanie shared a table. When she sewed, the shaking made the little duck on her machine dance off the top of it. She thinks she has a video of it with them laughing. Yeah, I at the cruise I got a little ducky, I got a little chicken,
Mhm.
and then I got little acrylic ducky and acrylic flamingo. And they were definitely dancing when I was trying to sew.
Yes.
Okay, put you back.
Did you ever have any rough seas?
We Nothing felt rough to me not being expert at the seas.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, the first day I felt really bad for one of the participants because she was turning green and she
Oh
was like, "Is the
no.
boat going to be rocking like this the entire time?" I think she used the word ship, but
Um,
and because we're quilters, there was a lot of people who gave all kinds of suggestions on, what meds she might be able to take, where she can go get them and pay an unfortunate premium because you're
oh,
on the ship. We hadn't really heard from her afterwards, so I'm assuming uh she was fine the next day. I'm just going under that assumption.
oh, I hope so.
But like the first day, I kind of felt things moving, but when I went to bed, when I woke up, I couldn't feel anything at all.
Right.
So my body just got accustomed to it. I will say the very last day, which was a cruising day, and it was the furthest distance we had to travel in whatever time period. We were watching cats, and things felt like they were moving a little bit more, but I was still fine, probably because I was staring at Mr. Mistopheles. But occasionally I felt like, oh, yeah, we're rocking a little bit more than I expected.
Did you
Right.
have an actual window or no?
We had a balcony.
Oh, okay. So usually the balconies will help with the motion because you're able to get the fresh air in.
Yeah. Well, we had air conditioning issues.
Uh-oh.
Uh, like the first day, it didn't seem like it wanted to cool at all. And then we got it to cool. And then after a little bit, it stopped cooling again. And we were like, so we went down to guest services and said, hey, can you have maintenance come look? And of course, they said, did you hit the all off button? And we said, we learned that one the first day. Oh, look, I sewed this one upside down too.
Russ, what are you doing?
At least I was consistent in my mistakes.
Damn Sudafed.
Yeah,
Oh,
and Sudafed is not does because
no.
Sudafed is a stimulant. It was a it doesn't knock you out. It's a stimulant. So no. Ingrid is asking how many people were sewing on my cruise. I think we had roughly 40.
Mm.
I don't think anybody was sharing a table, which is the question that is probably being asked. And yeah, it was a excuse me, that was also probably part of the shaking problem because we didn't have the weight of two machines on the table to help alleviate some of the stuff.
Mhm.
But we had all this extra room to spread out, and
That's nice.
that was the part that I thought was nice because I was able to I had brought my larger cutting mat and everything, so I had room to sprawl.
Will you go on another one?
Uh I would go on another cruise. For another quilting cruise, it would have to be with either a project or instructor that I really want to
Learn from.
learn from,
Mm.
just because of the premium that is attached to it. I understand why there's that premium
Right.
because there is definitely a cost to getting all those machines on board. There's a cost to essentially you're renting the machines as part of the cost. You have to also pay for the lodging of your instructors and stuff. So I understand why all those extra costs are on there to make it the price that it is. But if I went on just I'm just gonna say random cruise,
Hmm.
then it's like half the price.
Yeah.
So
And I think you would enjoy it a little bit more because, like you said,
well,
you were
I
frustrated with the machines and,
yeah, well again it's the we still had access to everything else that we wanted to do. So the
Mhm.
only commitment that we 100% had to have was 8:30 Monday morning where we had to have Bernina 101. That was the
Oh,
only thing that we had to attend.
uh-huh.
Obviously, it would make proper sense if you attended the training from the instructor for whatever patterns you purchased.
Hmm.
So that would be one of those polite things to do because why would you be purchasing instruction if you weren't going to attend?
Right.
uh,
Well, I'm glad you went. I don't have any desire. None. I'm not afraid of the water. I love the water. I fish all the time, that kind of thing. I just don't have a desire to be on to do that. I don't know why. Um I don't know if I've just become such a homebody after being on the road for so many years. Um,
by the end of it,
I'm just not
and,
interested.
and I think it was mostly because of um, the fact that we were just we couldn't disembark that day, but by midday set or the day that we were cruising back to port,
Uh-huh.
uh, I was basically like, I want to get off the ship.
You
I'm
were done.
tired of being in this mostly confined space and all that other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It was I was still fine with everything. It was just
Right.
getting to the point where I was annoyed. Um, Basically, I had been on vacation too long, I think, and I was just like, I want to get out of here.
Mm-hmm. I'll tell you something I would like to do. Uh, and I'd like to have a handful of friends. Definitely have to take you and Candace because you two shopping together just cracks me up because you enable each other so much. But I want to do a shop hop. I've never done one, and I watched a lady last night. They have the shop hop going on in Missouri, and she was telling me it's a big one. And so she was telling me the different shops that she had gone to. And I thought, how fun. Now that I could get into, I could
Th-
save my dollars
I
and
feel like that would be
get,
like, especially a like an entire state one.
yes, like go to Texas. Well, you could go to Texas. At least you can drive
Well,
fast to Texas.
I know that there's the New England shop hop is going on right now. It ends, I believe, Friday.
Uh huh.
And somebody had said that they're going from southern Connecticut all the way to northern Vermont and New Hampshire.
Oh, see, I could
And
totally get
Maine is
into that.
just so sparse that you probably aren't going to get anything further than like Bangor or something like that.
And I've been to Bangor, but I I just think if you rented a passenger van,
Uh-huh.
of course, with me and all my
You,
experience
you would
driving,
have to
I
plan it
could drive.
out so that you knew what hotels you were going to stay at
Yeah,
too,
yeah.
because you're not just going to go out there for like two or three.
Well, see, you could do that, Rush. You're all into the spreadsheets. I'll do the driving because I'm a very safe driver, and you do all the spreadsheets, and we fill that van up.
We
You
just
could
got to
do that.
figure out which
Have
state
fun.
shop hop we're going to do and
Yeah.
when.
Well, I guess
And
we could.
Candace says a shop hop sounds great, Julie.
Okay, get on it, girlfriend. Let's go. I think that would be just a blast. And you know, uh, you could have the shopping and eating out, and I don't know, all that fun. I just
Now
think that
that the shop
would
hop is almost over, I wonder if I can contact my friends at Bayberry Quilts in Massachusetts
be.
and say, can I get one of those magazines that they were selling or I don't know if they were selling or giving away as part of the shop hop.
Yeah.
Because they had a magazine. I don't know if Bayberry's going to have any extras, but I should ping them and say, now that the hop is almost over, you know what you have left for inventory. Uh, can I buy one of them from you guys?
Mm-hmm.
And if it's, if it's a free item, I'll be like, okay, I need to pay for shipping because I can't expect to get something for free and get it for free shipping.
Right.
But yeah,
Uh, I guess what we could do, Russ, is get a group, an interest group, and kind of figure out like um, you and Candace um, are in Georgia, so and then me, I can go anywhere. It don't matter. Um, Kind of get a geographical location of what group wants to go, and then maybe plan a shop hop around that.
yeah, I think it would be like a nice place that we can, if we can just fly to somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
That way we don't have to, basically, I mean, some of us would probably still drive, but we'd have to leave our vehicle somewhere if we were just going to get a van.
Right.
So
Right.
we'd have to figure out a good place to,
Mm-hmm.
either a good way to get there or a good place to figure it out. But I'm
Well,
sure
yeah, that's
I can be game for that.
mm-hmm. I know I could. And Candace's game, so there's three of us. Ingrid, you got to join in. Is it Ingrid? Aren't you from the northern states? Isn't she
She's
from?
in, I want to say she's in Maryland.
There
I'm
you go.
probably wrong.
There you go.
But, she and I went to the same college, so
Ah,
up in Massachusetts somehow at
uh-huh.
different times. But
Yeah.
We found that amusing when we um connected on Facebook. I was like, "Wait, you went to my college?" Okay. I'm almost done ripping, and then I can put this last bit together.
And if it was going to be too much to do a shop hop together, I just need to come down to Georgia. I can
And
help.
we can do a mini shop hop
Yeah.
because we've got how many shops were in the Georgia shop hop, David? Do you remember?
Um,
10?
10 or 12.
And that excluded two of the shops.
Mm-hmm.
But there was like three or four that I'm like, I have no interest in going to.
Mm-hmm.
But I mapped out, I did map out the Georgia one, and it would take at least 3 days to do
Oh wow.
because things are so far apart.
Right.
You had to, okay, this goes there. I'm trying to multitask, but because you had to drive so far, I found that, if we started from here to there and there, and then and I started everything from my house because that was going to be the plan for Georgia,
Mm-hmm.
which as long as I'm not hosting too many people, I can host a couple people at the house.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody might have to get an air mattress and sleep on the floor, but and like make sure Riley doesn't get too upset, but although if we're doing a shop hop, I'd probably have to send Riley to daycare for the weekend.
I don't think she would complain.
I don't think she would either. Uh, Ingrid says that Ingrid said you guys need to video that shop hop. You're a hoot to watch when you're together.
Oh, it would be
That
fun.
would be kind of
Oh,
amusing. And then she says that um, she would be the cameraman.
see, Candace and you, Russ, are one thing. You and I are a completely different ball game.
I mean, yeah, we are a different ball game.
We are a force to be reckoned with, and we will yell across the stores. Hmm.
All right, I'm gonna start putting my pennies back
So
in.
just so you can see,
Bye.
that's the hole that I had to rip out because of.
Okay, that was a bit bigger than normal.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a good one.
Yeah, it was a good one. But I made my replacement half square triangle. It's got to be pressed this way. Yeah, if those couple shops that we had no interest in weren't on there, we probably would have done all the shops in the shop hop.
Mm-hmm.
The only one that was a bother was going all the way out to
Flowery Branch.
yes,
Yeah.
but we kind of had to do that one out of
I was gonna say it was worth it to see Melissa,
yes.
especially her reaction when she didn't recognize you at first.
Oh, I know. She's like, I know that fat person.
I'm sure she was like, "Why are there two guys here?" Oh, wait.
I know them.
Colleen says, "Hello, everyone. You could check out Country Heritage Tours for ideas about quilting tours."
Oh. Hmm.
Well, the other one that Russ we keep talking about doing is going to Missouri.
Yes, we have talked about going to
Now I
Missouri to
will
Quilt Town,
highly
USA.
yes, I highly recommend that, Russ and David. I did a retreat there quite a few years ago, and it was the only retreat I've ever been on, and it was such an amazing experience. And the shopping, you can't never get bored. I mean, it was a very positive environment, and I took plenty of money and then some, and that's okay.
Well, for me
I
to want to
encourage it.
go to Missouri, no offense to my friends at there, it needs to be when they aren't having a large event. So it can't be during
Mhm.
birthday bash. It can't be during
No.
the, like, it has to be ordinary weekend or something because I don't do well with crowds,
Right.
even
I'll
though
tell
I
you
was
when
on
we
a boat with a ship with a whole bunch of crowds. Uh, and how do I put this politely? People who are constantly trying, like, shopping crowds are not a lot of fun. That's the easy way to say it because they're looking for specific things. They get in your
mm-hmm.
way.
Mm-hmm.
David becomes cranky and starts telling people off.
Yes, that is fun to see as well.
I'll tell you when I went, and it was the perfect time because I don't like a lot of crowd either. Uh, was in January. Now their weather can get pretty hairy, but
Yep.
it was in January. We did get snow, but all the shops were opened. It has to get really, really bad for them to close. But
I mean, that's
there was
any
no
place that gets
crowds.
snow
Right.
that
You.
they already they if they know that there's going to be snow potential,
Mm-hmm.
they know it's the whole reason. My first winter in Massachusetts and we got like 6 inches of snow. And I was like, why aren't they canceling school? Why aren't they? And they're like, you got to
Yeah.
have like 2 feet of snow before they cancel school.
Right.
So they understand the whole snow thing.
Mm-hmm. But we went in January. The crowds were, it wasn't bad. It was absolutely amazing. You got to visit with the staff, ask a lot of questions, take your time.
Mhm.
Um, Now that would be a fun trip to get a group of us together. And there's lots of places to stay. Um, I've always said I wanted to go back, and I haven't, but I would like to go back. Not for a class or anything. I'd like to just go and have fun
And
and
explore.
shop and explore. Um, I think we could do that. And I agree with you, Russ. I don't want to go during birthday bash. I have absolutely no desire to do anything like that. Uh, there's too many people.
Yeah.
And I did get to visit with with Jenny and her husband. Um, they're absolutely amazing people. So down to earth and loving and just they're just as ordinary as you and I are.
Uh-huh.
I've
Uh,
got I've got a picture I think on my phone somewhere of me and Jenny. Jenny reminds me of Forrest.
okay, now I got my 4 quadrants properly done.
Are you going to make it now?
If I can have my blocks laid out correctly. Okay. It okay, that looks right. And I pressed all of these wrong.
Word.
It's because I had my first block laid wrong. So I just got to inverse the pressing, the final pressing of the blocks so that my nesting works.
You were having a rough day.
Lack of sleep. I've been up since 4.
That's normal. Well, maybe for Julie and I.
Yeah.
Well, I was also up every 45 minutes and okay, so this block goes back in like this. This block. I'm sure my TV has been very confused as to why I Love Lucy is playing at, 2 in the morning and 3 in the morning and 4 in the morning. And of course, the ad revenue that Pluto TV is getting for ads that I'm watching but not watching.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Then again, they used to get that like when I would go away and Percy was still around, when my neighbors would check in, I would have I Love Lucy playing and just so Percy had noise on in the house and everything. So constant playing of it for like a week at a time or something. Okay, one more to repress, and then I could put my block together.
That would be nice.
Julie, have you caught up yet with my seam ripping?
Yes. I've got one more seam to do and press, and I have my block done.
So Julie was behind when we started.
And well, you bought a little time by all your mistakes. Thank you very much.
Anything I can do to help. Stupid seam ripper.
Well,
If it didn't cut into my fabric that one time,
It's that one time. What if? What if?
yeah. It's also, Russ's fault for rushing it. I was like, oh, I can just do this. It just teaches us there's no need to rush the process.
mm-mm.
Final press.
Okay, which way does these want to go?
Because
They
if you
want.
rush too much, that's how you're going to end up like what I did and put blocks backwards.
Then you'll be visiting Jack the Ripper again.
Okay, this is the direction that I want the seams to go. Let me put a clip here because I am now on the last seam.
I'm giving mine a really nice press. And I like the colors.
Oh, this, well, I think just about every month except for the browns was an awesome color. Because, nobody really likes working with browns.
Yeah, but it turned out really well, though.
Oh, it still turned out really nice.
It's just a challenging color, really.
Mhm.
I mean, that's kind of what they said at the shop when they were giving out or going over the block. They were like, yeah, we're sorry it's brown. And I'm like, but brown can still be a pretty fun color
Mhm. You
as
put it with
long
those
as you do
bright
it right.
yellows and stuff, like in the sunflowers, and it's
Yeah.
beautiful. Now you have me second guessing. Better, I better make sure all my triangles are right. It's all done, but I gotta make sure it
Hey,
looks
if
good.
they're not right, it's a creative decision at this
Mhm.
point.
That's right.
Unless it's something egregious where you have a row upside down and it's not consistent.
We should
Well,
be able to notice that right off the bat.
I
yeah,
mean,
but then the question is, do you leave it or do you not? And then you lay it out and then you're like, nope, I can't live with that.
At this point, I'd probably leave it.
I mean, December's block we've already discussed has a problem.
Mhm.
And if you did it the way the instruction, if you do December's the way the instructions are, you still get a nice block. So
It's hideous.
You just have to follow. You have to follow the picture.
Yeah, follow the
yeah,
picture.
it is not hideous. It's just not what the result's supposed to be.
It doesn't flow. I wonder if they're going to make a note about that, Russ, during the class or not.
Well, I've already talked to Danielle and
Hmm.
she said yes.
Because if not, there's going to be an awful lot of upset little ladies there at the bookstore.
When are they? No, they're usually okay.
Surprisingly, that store's okay.
They've gotten upset with the newer Saturday sampler blocks because there's a lot of techniques that are being used that aren't traditionally used in Saturday sampler.
Well, but that's a good thing. It keeps you on your toes.
Oh, yeah, I think it's a good thing, but um it's fine. Cynthia is asking, am I thinking of having a retreat? At least not yet. I do have the Zoom license and I do my Zoom so days about once a month on a Sunday, which one of those might be coming up soon. Hint, hint,
Yeah.
wink, wink. Uh, but trying to do a schedule like Steven does and do a full retreat and speakers and all the I have a job. I don't have the energy to try to schedule all these people. So I will probably not have a like anything labeled as a retreat, but I do the so days and I'm good with full so days.
I was gonna say, Russ, if you just do the sewing days, I really enjoy those. And I don't know. I mean, you can tell the work that Stephen puts into his is wow.
Yeah. He
That
puts a lot of work into his
he
stuff.
does, and it is a wonderful retreat. I could not imagine doing anything like that. That's a
So I
lot.
have my block done and I think it looks right now
Yes.
Okay, I
after
want
all
to.
the ripping I've done.
I think it looks great.
So
Like
Julie, do you have yours done?
I do.
Oh, I love the colors you picked.
Thank you.
Yeah, yours turned out good. See, and then I've got the black background.
Oh,
David, you
look
have
at
that one
that.
triangle upside down.
What?
Just
What?
kidding.
No, this one actually did right. Trust me.
Oh, that black just makes those colors pop.
Yeah, I,
Oh,
I think that is exciting. So
yes.
we have October done.
Yay.
That means we have November and December left. I think one of the comments that I made last month was we can start putting a couple rows together because November and December are on their own rows. But if you have finishing instructions, you can put a row together and just start prepping for the final bits if that's something that we can do. I can't because I have to show my block before I can pick up the next one. So I can't put this row together. But after I
No, you
pick up
can
my block,
you can
I
only
can
put one row together right now, or
two.
two. Yeah, so the first row and the third row,
Yes. I was going to
because
say, I can count.
November's in the fourth row, December's in the second row.
And November looks like it's a little easier in
Oh yeah.
fewer blocks, even though I had to find another triangle piece or another triangle square. But again, that's for future Rust to worry about. I have fabric around. So I want to thank my friends Julie and David for joining me today for for October's Kona Block of the Month. We will be back. Looks like November 30th.
Which is
For
Thanksgiving Sunday, or Sunday after
yeah,
Thanksgiving.
I was gonna say it's the Sunday after Thanksgiving, which I mean, if you're still stuffed at that point, that's a problem. But for people who, you know, have to have real world stuff, we're back by Sunday
Yeah,
usually. So
it's
I
a
don't
good
know
thing.
whether I don't know what David's plans are for Thanksgiving yet, and whether or not he'll be back in home, or whether he'll be here, or whether he'll be at mom's, or because he's still thinking about what he's going to do for Thanksgiving. I can see that in his head.
Hmm.
So we'll figure out November. If we have to shift it by a couple days, we can, but I'll put a feeler out for that. So we're anticipating November 30th. If it has to be pushed, it'll be pushed. So thank you guys, and I hope everybody out there has a wonderful